Welcome.
And off we go from Denver. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Lutz with the extra point. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
They go play action. Cousins finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
Taken from just outside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
Bringing them out is the 12th-year pro seeking a return to Pro Bowl form, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, giving 14. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 34 yards that time.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this curl. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big ball is finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams
taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets into the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Baron Browning
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at about the 28. On the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 103 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Again, it's Williams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But
actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And, Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's not going to snip. Here, he stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Cousins now on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he's brought down. With the football, it's a sack and a turnover on downs. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Now Cousins going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally and take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, but they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche.